The game is set on a cargo ship in outer space where a crew of 5 has been traveling for over 140 days with 382 days left on their trip. The crew are employees of a delivery company called the Pony Express. Our story is told in a non-linear format and begins 0 days before the crash. The ship gets a warning about dodging an object in space they are headed towards, and instead of steering the ship away, our character aims the ship towards it, intending it to crash. What am I doing? Am I trying to crash? Hello? I hear like a baby crying. Okay. That scared me. 2 months after the crash, the crew is discussing about breaking into the cargo they've been tasked to deliver in case there could be supplies to save them in the aftermath of the crash. To open the cargo door, a code scanner is required to input a PIN number, which the captain only has access to. We are playing as Jimmy, who has assumed the role of pilot now even though the captain is still alive. Jimmy takes on the task to find the scanner to open up the cargo hold. Taking a look around, the ship managed to not be destroyed, but it's a mess with foam covering various parts of the ship as it acts as an emergency sealant. Daisuke is a young intern with a laid-back personality, the type to give people the benefit of the doubt and jokes about how to survive with the remaining supplies they have left. He's interning under Swansea, the mechanic of the ship who is guarding the utility room. Swansea is an older, much more cynical spirit who won't let anyone mess inside the utility room because he's tasked himself with clearing the foam inside and doesn't trust anyone else to not break anything in the process to get his tools. Inside the medical room is Anya, the ship's nurse. Anya is nursing Curly, the captain of the ship. Anya expresses how uncomfortable she is with feeding Curly painkillers, so Jimmy reluctantly says he'll do it. What happened to you, dude? Okay, so he did try to take down the ship and everyone in it. After finding the code scanner, we open the cargo hold's door when the scene cuts to 7 days before the crash. We are now playing as Curly, who is finishing up a psych evaluation with Anya. Curly offers to do a psych eval for Jimmy in place of Anya since Jimmy regularly treats them as a joke. In the utility room, we find Swansea and Daisuke. The utility room is also full of cryogenic pods used to freeze people up to 20 years. Daisuke is waist deep in foam, which happened when he was trying to fix the vent in the room. Since the axe in the room is locked behind a code scanner pin, Curly unlocks it and frees Daisuke. Afterwards, Swansea scolds Daisuke since the vent is dangerous, but Daisuke mentions he's the only person small enough to fix it. Curly gives Swansea the axe to keep for now until the foam is cleared up. Curly runs into Jimmy, who says let's go to the cockpit to do the psych eval. This doesn't seem like the usual passage to the cockpit. Huh? Whoa. The hell is happening? Kind of look like those letters said take responsibility.
operating at a steady profit can give its workers security and employee benefits.
Mouthwash. Two months after the crash, and we're back at the scene where we just uncovered the cargo. This is what they have 5 people hauling over a year. All of this for mouthwash? Sugar content probably offsets any potential as a disinfectant. Disinfectant? What are you? Let me see that. 14% ethanol. Huh. I suppose we'll smell good at least. That's right, kiddo. You can bet your ass on that. What are you doing? Stop that. Ooh-wee. Oh, shut up. I'm just an old codger taking care of his dental hygiene. You hear that? That's the sound of 15 years of sobriety popping like a cyst. Glorious, magnificent, red-hot cyst. Good riddance and cheers. To Captain Curly. Here, here. Guess anyone could get seriously blasted off of this stuff. Yeah, and kill you in the process. This can't be real. There's no way. Now we can go out in style. Daisuke, come here. Anyone ever teach you how to drink like a man? Six days before the crash, and we're tasked to break the news as Curly. The note we picked up earlier says, after all these years, just like that. But before that can happen, Curly is surprised with a birthday party and bakes a cake. You gotta make a speech. Can't argue with that. Speech. Go on. Hey, what's wrong? That's all is said on the report from management. We will receive the paycheck for this delivery. I guess they got laid off? I don't know any more than that. Pony Express is finally kicking the bucket, huh? Or they're going under. What a joke, and we're the punchline. I don't have any savings. They can't just do this, right? The writing's been on the wall for a long time. When did they tell you? Earlier this week. I was instructed to wait until we're closer to the haul destination, but I can't keep something like this from you all. So I guess you got what you wanted, without the guilt. Jim, if I had known, I can go back to my, how'd you put it, struggle of a life. Anya never got into medical school because she's, well, let's be real. And how many employment years Swansea got left in him. Daisuke will be fine, mommy and daddy have him covered, so there's that at least. But you, headed for bigger and better, right? I'm just working on my life being a place I don't have to fucking escape. That's what I was trying to tell you, nothing more. We're the ones you're trying to escape. Leave the dirt behind now that your boots are clean. That's not what I meant. He's kind of a dick. It is what you meant. You just couldn't frame it to yourself in a way that kept you as the hero. Abandon the crew but remain the model captain. Unbelievable. What am I supposed to do? Let's have some fucking cake, Props to the Twilight crews of the Tulper. Props to our captain and his new prospects. Three months after the crash, and we hear the sounds of Curly struggling through his pain. We go and find Anya in the cockpit to ask whether he's been given his meds yet. Everyone's losing their minds. We should have some. Why? It's mediocre at best. Obviously. Sometimes you can only get the subpar stuff. That's what makes the really good stuff. Well, good, right? Why bother? Hey, we all tried to escape. Didn't work for any of us. I've thought many times, is this what peace feels like? And is it good enough? If I'm being real, it certainly isn't the best. All I can do is to try and make my life one I'm not trying to run from all the time. Sometimes I'll be promoted by a house, fall in love, but other times I'll just have some awful fucking cake with my friend. Right now, that sounds pretty brilliant, yeah? So if you'll do the honors. Right. Well, let me go find a knife. Whoa. Creepy. No. Do I have to? Okay. 4 months after the crash, and Jimmy is tasked with checking on the crew. Oh, what's going on? Anya lets us know there's a locker in the hallway to medical that is blocked with foam we could axe down to access some supplies. We have to retrieve the axe from Swansea to do so. Girl, you scared me. Whoa. Jeez. "6 hours until judgment?" Can we get the fuck out here? What the fuck? What is happening, dude? 2 days before the crash, and Curly and Anya are spending a peaceful moment in front of the fake LED sky. I actually kind of like the nighttime window screen, if you can believe it. So I just come and look at it sometimes. If you look really, really close, you can see there's a dead pixel in the upper right corner. That's so. Nope, don't see it. In the back of my mind, it's always there. Now I'll go bonkers looking for it. Cheers. I don't think it ruins the illusion, though. It's peaceful. But maybe I'm just used to looking at the bigger picture. How many days of transport do we have left? Let's see, off the top of my head, around 237 days, just under 8 months. Hey, why do you think Pony Express put a lock on the medical room door but not in the sleeping quarters? I suppose for the same reason they put a lock on the cockpit. Safety. Five months after the crash, and Daisuke comes running to Jimmy saying it's an emergency. He says Anya is stuck inside the medical room and we go to investigate. What is she doing? Daisuke and Jimmy's plan is to use the vent in the utility room, the one Daisuke can only fit through, to reach the medical room to save Anya, but run into Swansea on the way. "8 hours until judgment. Don't do anything. Stop, stop, stop. I can fix this." Why do you keep fucking saying that? Are you hearing yourself? I'm sorry. We still have disinfectant, right? The one from the extra medical stash? Get it, now. Cocktail. The cocktail? What are you blabbering about? That was your fault. You would never have. I had no choice. You. Useless, you goddamn fucking idiot. There has to be something else. What? 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 Holy shit, what is happening? A blind beast, aimless and restless. You can't run from it. What the? I'm sorry. I messed up. I'm trying to talk. We're back to 5 months after the crash, and to get Swansea, who is still guarding the utility room, out of the way, Jimmy suggests making a cocktail to knock out an already drunk Swansea. After successfully doing so and getting the key to the room, we see that the room isn't actually foamed up and one cryostasis pod is still intact. Jimmy accuses Swansea of saving this pod for himself after the rest of the crew is dead. Moving onwards, Jimmy pushes a hesitant Daisuke to go into the vent already, saying things like Swansea will be impressed afterwards and everyone is counting on him. 1 day before the crash. Find the gun? She could have hid it there. What? Six hours until judgment. Holy shit. My God. Poor dude. Did she overdose? Zero days before the crash. So Jimmy got her pregnant? Oh. So it was Jimmy's fault. What am I doing? What the fuck? Get the job done. Take responsibility. Oh god. Whoa. This is so creepy. Oh. It's a mouth.
'tis old Mother Goose's birthday. We're giving her a party. A party, a party, a party for Mother Goose.
The baker man, he served the cake. It was a sight to see.
Oh my god. Someday he'll thank me. Oh. What the fuck? Oh. Okay, help me. I want to go home. We are home. Why don't you finish what you started? Don't worry, if anyone ever finds us, I'll still be playing the villain. You'll be the better man in the end, like you wanted. I could have stopped it. I'm taking responsibility. No, we can both be heroes. We're a team, just you and me like we used to be. What happened was an accident. We were trapped. I made a mistake, alright? I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry, Curly. What? This is freaking me out. scared me so bad. Zero hours. I'm gonna save Curly, right? Put him in the pod. Whoa. Yay. I went into this game 4 months late and naturally wondered how a 2-hour experience like Mouthwashing could be so good that people were calling it a serious contender for Indie Game of the Year. But there's so many indie games out there with compelling stories, yet don't get as much traction as a game like this did. It's not exactly easy marketing a game where the best part of it is its story, yet giving away too much of it would ruin the experience. I was guessing the initial push came from a number of factors. This game was published by Critical Reflex that had two pretty popular games come out in the spring and summer before Mouthwashing, which were Buckshot Roulette and Arctic Eggs. Based on these three games, it's obvious Critical Reflex is going for games with a certain edge to them. The low poly art style, bleak atmospheres, and games that just make you think this is kind of weird, but kind of cool at the same time. I think their games strongly resonate to why many people play indie games in the first place. They're looking for unique and maybe nostalgic experiences with visuals a far cry away from AAA. And I believe that's what their launch trailer accomplished. It's unsettling, disturbing, but also kind of eccentric. It virtually tells us nothing about the game, but it tells us enough to be intrigued. A psychological horror game set in space. Guess we have to play it to see what Mouthwash has to do with it. So now, having played the actual game, I totally understand the experience that so many people were sold on. Narratively, there were a bunch of moments that stopped me in my tracks and went, holy shit, what is happening? Why is there a grave here? Why do I need to find the gun? What does this and that mean? It's packed with metaphors and looking deeper between the lines while piecing together what happened to this cast. A crew doomed to deliver mouthwash, a product that promises to kill 99% of germs, but with its level of alcohol and sugar content can only be assumed to do more harm than good. Playing as a protagonist who assumed responsibility of the crew as next in command. And well, yeah, he was responsible, alright. A co-pilot who dies believing his act of saving the captain and sacrificing himself was how he could be redeemed, that he fixed it. Mouthwashing is a short but powerful experience with a captivating story and visuals meant to sear into your brain. The music, art style, writing, and horror elements tie everything together into a title that makes you want to share it with your friends. Hey, this game is kind of fucked up, but it's fascinating. Is it scary? Kind of, but it's more disturbing than anything. I want to watch my favorite creators react to this part. I gotta watch them play this game. And that, everyone, is the type of game Mouthwashing was for me.